now. Can Tom Brady and the Buccaneers go undefeated this year? Is the Dallas Cowboys defense looking a little bit better than they did all of last year? Chicago Bears really bad. Well, we're going to try to answer those questions. Maybe have to spend a little more time on the third question. But anyway, we'll try to answer those questions and many more as we go into week 3. It's time for the week 3 edition of Fantasy Football Fever, starting right now.
15 seconds to air. Stand by, all cameras.
Ready with slow motion and isolated cameras.
Stand by, videotape, and roll tape.
And tape is rolling in less than 5, in 3, 2, 1.
Take tape.
So what's good, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Fantasy Football Fever. On this good night here, it's September 21st, 2021. My name is Tim McClellan. I'm joined by my good buddies here. Got Andrew St. Clair, John Lynn, John Natale, our commissioner, and Adam Goodwin. What's up, guys? What's good?
What's up, Tim? What's up, Tim?
Hey, Coach.
All right. So hopefully everybody did well in their fantasy matchups. Some of us are 1-1. I think Adam, went 0-2 so far. So hopefully that will pick up. Yeah.
I'm basically 0-2 this year. We're rookie.
Hey,
I'm 2-0 both of these leagues.
2-0 in both leagues. All right. Well, I know I'm 1-1, so hopefully y'all had good weeks. Y'all playing fantasy football out there. Hopefully y'all had good weeks. Week 3 is on the way right now. But before we get started, I have something very special that I need to talk to y'all about. Now, as some of y'all may or may know, some of may or may not know, I of course will be attending the Monday night game this coming week. Cowboys home opener against the Philadelphia Eagles, or as I affectionately like to call them, the Philadelphia Chickens. Anyway, with that being said, I got a couple of jersey and hat sets that I'm trying to figure out what I'd like to wear at AT&T Stadium. So, here's what I got first of all. First of all, I got this, let's just call this kind of an old school hat right here. Old school cowboy hat here. Pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nice. And with this hat, I would be wearing the jersey of the legendary Hall of Famer Tony Dorsett. Yeah, it was right here. And I used to love this guy back in the day. So this would be my old school set, what I like to call it. Then, have a new school set, which involves this hat. There's this hat here. And with this hat, I'll be actually wearing my Amari Cooper jersey. It's right here. So what I'd like from y'all is send a message in the comment section if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. Please leave a comment in the comment section, and you can use one of two handles. Use hashtag old school or hashtag new school. I want to see what everyone thinks about what I have here. So once again, this is going to be my new school. This hat here with the Amari Cooper jersey. And then the old school will be this Cowboys hat. And my Tony Dorsett jersey. So use hashtag old school or hashtag new school me get your opinions, and we'll see what I can do based on what y'all say.
It's weird. I like the newer hat better with the old jersey. I kind of like the cross.
And so I'm on the same boat. I'm on the same boat as Natalie.
The cross, classic jersey with the new hat.
Can I make a suggestion?
Go ahead.
Can I see what? May I see the old school hat from it?
Oh yes. It's right.
Okay. I like the old school look with the hat, but you should mix up the hat and the jersey.
Oh, so
Yeah.
where this hat?
That's what Flynn and I were saying, too.
Trooper jersey. Okay.
Oh, okay.
that's a possibility.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying
Because
Adam, but in reverse.
to me, because my opinion, that reminds me like the history of the Cowboys, of the team, and it has the vintage logo. And the new one is basically like bring back a throwback, like you know when they had the third string uniforms.
Oh, that's where they had
But
where they had the jerseys
Yeah.
and they had the helmets that were solid white
Exactly.
with a blue star. I love those. Wish they wear those more nowadays, especially during Thanksgiving week. I would like to see that. But anyway, give your opinions. Those of you watch on YouTube and Twitch, leave your comments. Any notes you say.
And Tim, I actually am on the YouTube stream right now. There is one question that I think you might want to consider asking, because I already know see the question, but and I have a strong opinion on that. So so if you can pull it out before we.
That question right now. Okay, James Zhao saying Carolina, Buffalo, or Baltimore defense in Week 3. Well, let's see here. Carolina is at Houston this Thursday night.
That's a maybe.
Another terrible Thursday night game. And he's complaining about how terrible Thursday night's games were. Well, this looks like it's going to be another one. Buffalo is at home on Sunday against the Washington football team. And the Ravens, they will be in Detroit, the Lions.
Yeah, out of those three, I'm going with Baltimore. I think the Lions have the worst offense out of the opponents.
I'd probably go Baltimore here.
Carolina gets an honorable mention because the Texan situation is very sketchy. We don't know who's going to be the quarterback yet.
Yes. So I was like, I said I had a strong opinion on this. I would, if you have Carolina's defense, I would absolutely consider starting Carolina, because so Tyrod Taylor was placed on injured reserve today, and so Davis Mills, the rookie, I think he was Houston's third-round pick, and he's going to be the starter. And the Carolina defense, which has been greatly improved, and the plan last year was to draft all defense in the first round, and now you have a young, talented defense in Carolina, which you didn't have last year. I think that only bodes well for Carolina, and Tyrod Taylor essentially energized the offense with his playmaking ability. So I love the matchup for Carolina against Houston.
All right. Well, Jay, hopefully that answers your question. Thanks for your question. Anybody else have any questions? Feel free to put them in the chat, and see how many we can get to. Okay, let's go back to last week in our league matchups. I want to say happy birthday. Yes, let's give a big happy birthday to my beautiful technical director, Irene Namer.
Yay!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you.
Now, she of course is not here because she is probably so tired after all the running around she did. I'm sure she just stopping and eating, having a wonderful time. She's taking a huge break, which I think she should do. So happy birthday, Irene. But bad news for Irene. She came up a little bit short against me in our matchup this past week. I beat her by a score of 145.3 to 133.7. Then in our next matchup, we had Nick going up against Ryan, and Nick took care of that matchup by a score of 208.7 to 159.5.
Yeah, Nick had the perfect combination of Graham Gano and the Buccaneers defense that put him over the top there. And the Buccaneers defense had a couple of touchdowns, while Graham Gano kicked 5 field goals in 5 tries. So
for a first timer, he's doing really well.
Yeah, and I'm really kicking myself in the groin for not drafting Graham Gano. I definitely should have drafted him after the dumpster fire that was Thursday night.
Now, here's a $1 million question. How many touchdowns did Tom Brady throw?
He threw 4 touchdowns. No, he threw 3 touchdowns on Sunday, I think. Yes, no, he threw 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions.
Yeah, you can't do better than that. I mean, that's like darn near perfect right there. So, going back to our matchups, the Crew and the gang is undefeated at 2-0. They beat Alex Putnam and Flying Elvises 138.6 to 120.3. Then we had Vitali taking down our friend Mark Leota 187.2 to 127.3. Both those guys are 1-1. And congratulations to Andrew. Andrew defeated Adam. Score of 179.1 to 165.4. Andrew is now 1-1. While Adam falls to 0-2. Now let me look ahead to next week's our fantasy matchups for next week. And I have got the tally this week, and right now the tally has a projected total of 163.1. I have a projected total of 145.8. Coup in the game takes on Team Carroll. And this is a close one right now. The projected total for the Coup is 164.7. Team Carroll is at 162.1.
And Coup and the gang is my team.
Right. I still love it.
Name.
Yeah, I still love it. We got Andrew going up against Irene right now. Yeah. This is gonna be one I'm gonna be keeping my eye on.
And me too, because both of them are good friends, and I don't want to see any scratches, Andrew. Bless you.
Andrew right now has a projected total of 161.7, and Irene's projected total right now is 145.9. Then we got Mark Leota going up against Nick Dennison. Right now, Nick is at 160.7. Mark's at 149.9. And then we got Adam Oliver going up against
Putnam.
Alex Putnam, that's right. And this is a very close one right now. Right now, as we speak, projected total for Adam is 145.5. Projected total for Alex is 144.8.
Yeah, and another note in our leagues, so that matchup is between the only 2 winless teams, and in terms of the undefeated teams, my team and Nick Dennison's team are unbeaten at 2-0.
That's right. Of course, there's lots of time to make changes if you need to.
Yeah, so one team in our league is going to be 0-3.
Right.
I feel like sorry, Tim. Sorry to interrupt you. I feel like the old school Detroit Lions, because I'm starting the wrong foot when they were like 0 some.
Yeah, that one year that Detroit went winless. I can't remember what year that was. I think that was when Matt Dillon was still the general manager. I think. Can't remember. But,
yeah, 2008, the Lions 0-16. Oh.
Yeah, I think he's right. 2006, 2008, when Detroit went winless. So, but don't worry, I'm pulling for you, Adam. Need any help, you just holler at one of us. So with that being said, we'll right now go into our NFL matchups for week 3. Let me grab my little clipboard down here. Hold on. Seamus, what are you doing here? Yeah. This is a totally different thing here. Okay. Alright, I'll run back. Okay. Sorry about that. I had a very unexpected visitor. But anyway, let's go ahead and get down to our matchups. Let me just sit back here and relax in my comfy little recliner, even though I should get a new one because the foot part keeps coming out and I have to pop it back in. Let's try to get Adam back in here. It says devices not connected. So, I think I can get it back in now. So, as we said earlier, we know this history about Thursday night football, terrible matchups, and this could be another one. We got the Carolina Panthers going up against Houston, Texas. It was in Houston. And right now, the Carolina Panthers are picked by 8. So, Lynn, go ahead and kick this one off.
Yeah, I think this is one of the easiest games of the week for me to pick, both in terms of the straight-up department and against the spread. Davis Mills is starting a game when he's facing a young and talented defense in the Carolina Panthers. When Matt Rule was hired as the coach of the Carolina Panthers, I was envisioning a team that would play a unified play around each other and play with each other, play complementary football. That's exactly what they did against the Saints, right? So the defense swarmed Jameis Winston. It forced Sean Payton and Pete Carmichael to call plays they did not want to play, and it forced them into Carolina's hands. That's a product of great coaching and great design. That's what Carolina has. But the Houston Texans, Tyrod Taylor is not going to be available because he's on the injured reserve with an injury he suffered last week. I love Carolina in this game. They have such a mismatch at the head coaching position. Sam Darnold is 2-0 with the Carolina Panthers, and I don't want to hear all that smack talk about Sam Darnold being a bad quarterback. He was put in the single worst design if possible. He came into the league with a terrible offensive line, terrible wide receivers, and now here he is with Carolina, handing the ball to Christian McCaffrey 15 to 20 times a game, throwing to Robbie Anderson, throwing to DJ Moore. That is just something any NFL quarterback would love. And that's the beauty of having Joe Brady as the offensive coordinator. He can turn something and turn it into gold. That's exactly what he did at LSU. That's exactly what I'm seeing with Sam Darnold with the Carolina Panthers. I love the Panthers in this game. They'll win this game 28-10.
All right, then. Andrew, what do you say?
All right, let's see here. Texas are not doing good that so far here. I see this as a blowout here. 8-point spread here, not enough here. Give me the Panthers by 14, 24-10.
Wow, I like that one. Natalie, what say you?
Yeah, temperature Texans have a lot of problems right now, so they're not going to score much points at all here. I mean, as far as the Panthers go, I mean, I don't see them as a playoff team yet, but they're super close. They just have to, I think, beef up the defensive line a little bit, and I think they'll get there. But as far as this game goes, this one is pretty much a cakewalk. I'm going to take the Panthers 27-13.
Adam, what say you?
I have to agree with Flynn, what he said, first of all. And I'm going to go the underdog team, Houston, by...
He's having a little bit of mic problems, folks.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what you say? You actually pick Houston?
I think Houston by the score of 28-31. Houston.
31-28 Houston.
Yep. Yeah. Tim, I'm sorry, but let's show you the reason why. UMass, and he told me he's going to play one day for the Houston Texans. I have to go for his team.
Well, I do admire your loyalty and all that, but I see this game very much practically one-sided. I'm going to say Carolina wins this one by a score of 30-14. So now that we get out of Thursday night, let's go to our Sunday matchups, the 1 o'clock Eastern matchups, and those are starting in Buffalo, where the Bills are home against the Washington football team. Get that again. Here's another good one. Buffalo is picking by 8.5 wins.
Yeah, this was one of the toughest. This was one of the toughest games. Tough games of the week for me to pick. So many of the 1 o'clock games have spreads around where I'm planning on picking. So against the spread, this is going to be so tough. But Washington's coming off extended rest, but Washington's defense has been terrible the last 2 weeks. Now I don't want to get it twisted that they came back and beat the Giants. Washington's defense has been nowhere near where they're capable of being. So they got gassed by Daniel Jones. So they couldn't stop the pass. They couldn't stop the run. Washington's defense has so many problems with it. But 8.5 points is a lot, so I think Buffalo can win in the 7 to 10 point range. So I'm gonna pick Buffalo to win 27-20. So I'll grab the points here with the Washington football team.
All right, Andrew. You're on.
Alright, let's see here. I think the book's here. 9.5 here. Washington's going to be shoveled off by Buffalo here. Give me Buffalo 21-7.
Oh boy, that's a good one. Natalie, who you got in this one?
Yeah, this one I think is going to be a lot closer than most people think. You got on the Buffalo side, Devin Singletary basically had a career day his last game. And Washington, they've been using their backup running back a little bit. So J.D. Missick. So I think he's going to do some wonders. But in the end, it's going to come down to defense, and I'm going to give my victory to the defense that's a little bit better right now, which is Buffalo, 27-24.
There was never a universe where I thought the Bills would have the better defense going into this game. I did not think that universe would exist right now. But you gotta give the Bills credit that they lost at home inexplicably to the Steelers, and then. And then they dominated defensively. It helped for their cause that Tua got hurt. But if you have the Buffalo Bills, you'll certainly take a shutout victory over the road against the division rival.
That's why I drafted their defense. I have their defense in one of the leagues.
Yeah, and
they got me like 22 points, I think. With the shout out to the Dolphins.
Wow, Adam is trying to get back in here. I'll go ahead and make my pick. I think this one will be kind of closer than they say. I say Buffalo takes this one by a score of 27-21. So far we all got going Buffalo. Adam, you're back now. What do you say between Washington and Buffalo?
Washington and Buffalo. We haven't seen no name on their names, and I guess I'm gonna say 34. I'm gonna go 34-3.
34-3. Who you said? Buffalo.
Yes, sir.
34-3. Wow. Yeah, he's seeing a blowout right there, but I guess we're pretty much unanimous with Buffalo. Let's move now to Cleveland, where those Cleveland Browns, they're going to be hosting the Chicago Bears in this one. Now let's go to that line again. The Browns are picked by 7. Now, Flynn, before I go over to you, I heard that if Andy Dalton is healthy in a couple of days, they're going to go ahead and start him. So, as I asked earlier, right at the top of the show, are the Bears really that stupid? I mean, look what they got in the palm of their hands. They're not even going for it. What's up? What gives?
Could this be a blessing in disguise for the Chicago Bears with Andy Dalton not being 100%? I mean, if Matt Nagy had a clue, it would have been he would have started Justin Fields. Now, Justin Fields did not play great football against Cincinnati, which stunned me a little bit. So, but you give Justin Fields some time and give him notice that he's going to start. I think he should start, and if I was Matt Nagy, I would start him. But I do think this is another one of those classic trap games for the Cleveland Browns. And the way the Browns are constructed, I think Cleveland's best football is going to be played in the second half and the first half. So I'm comfortable grabbing the some points with the Bears, but I think it's going to come down to a defensive stop late, and I'll take Cleveland Browns to win this game 24-20.
All right, Andrew.
This one will be a close one here. This one looks like a toss-up here. As much as I see Cleveland in the spread, I don't see it. I don't see it that close here. I'm gonna say Bears here in a minor upset of the Browns, 24-21. A minor upset, not a big one.
Wow.
A minor upset. Interesting. I'm going to have to make a little note on that one. Andrew has lost his mind. No, I'm not actually going to write that. No. All right, Flynn. I mean, no, we already got Flair. We got Andrew. Natalie, let's go to you.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the Bears situation, I don't think it's going to matter which quarterback they start. The Browns' offense is far superior. Even if Jarvis Landry can't play, OBJ is back. They still have options with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. So give me the Browns in this one, 27-17.
Alrighty. Adam, who you got in this one?
You guys are going to be really surprised who I pick. I'm picking the Bears by a score of 28-24.
Yeah. Well, Tim, you're the tiebreaker.
Wow. Well, as much as I respect Adam and Andrew here, unless they start Justin Fields, the Bears don't really have that much of a chance. But I'm going to have to go with the hometown Bears. The Browns. I have to go with the Browns. They're looking better and better each week, and I mean, they just. I would not start Andy Dalton. I would go with Justin Fields in this one, but I say the Browns are going to take this one by a score of 27-20. Now here is another one of the. I could probably see a blowout in this one. We got the Baltimore Ravens, who just came off that Sunday night win the Chiefs. They're heading to Detroit to take on the Lions. And the Ravens are picked by 8.5. So, this is pretty much a landslide.
I do want to say something about last night. I mean, I was watching the ebb and flow of the game. I thought the Lions played as well as you could have possibly played in the first half, right? The Lions, Anthony Lynn called a really good first half. The Lions were able to move the football at will. Jared Goff was slinging a lot of passes left and right, but then they completely disappeared in the second half, and they had issues running the ball. The Packers are finally able to apply pressure on Jared Goff, make him throw contested balls, and with a secondary that includes All-Pro Jair Alexander, the Lions couldn't stand a chance in the second half. That's the difference between the Lions and the other teams in the high echelon here when you look at it for the Lions. Now, I do think that Dan Campbell's the right guy for the Lions going forward, and it's certainly going to be a rebuilding experience that Lions fans are going to have to deal with. But I just don't think the Lions are even close yet, and I don't want Baltimore to come into this riding too high off that incredible win against Kansas City, and what a game that was. And Tim and Natalia, you can talk about that game when you make your pick. Lamar Jackson, when he plays at a high level, he has, and when he's able to run the ball at will, and Kansas City has no answers for him, that's what you call an unstoppable player. That's what you call a top tier quarterback, and I think his throwing has been getting a little bit better as time has come along. He made some efficient throws, especially in that second half. When you look at his Steph Curry lob pass to Hollywood Brown in the comeback, and also him a backflip toward the end zone for the go-ahead score. That's what Lamar Jackson does. And with the Lions team that's bedeviled by injuries, this leads me to this game being my lock of the week. So I'm going to take the Ravens still with this game 41-24.
All right, Glenn's got his lock, and that is the Ravens. So, Andrew, what do you think here?
I see this as a pushover for the Ravens. Give me the Ravens by 14, 24-10.
All right, Natalie.
Yeah, pretty much the Lions aren't really going anywhere. Their bright spot is DeAndre Swift, but that's about it. He might get a touchdown or two. I mean, I was super close to using the word lock of the week. I almost did it, but I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit. I think it's going to be a 2-score game, not a 3 or a 4 or anything like that. I think the Lions will make a run, but they're not going to win. Ravens 31, Lions 21.
All right, Adam.
All right. I missed the part where you said, what was your score for the other game?
Who, me?
No, Tim's.
Oh, my score for Chicago and Cleveland?
Yeah.
I went Cleveland 27, Chicago 20.
Okay. I heard rumors that the Ravens are getting back Blake Griffin III. I'm not sure, but I'm going Baltimore so far. Baltimore by a field.
He said 24-20. He said 24-21.
So, Baltimore by field goal. Wow. And by the way, that would be Robert Griffin.
Robert Griffin III.
That boy's still in the league.
Yeah. Baltimore.
Yeah, that's definitely a head scratcher in my opinion. I am going to go ahead and take the Ravens on this one. And I got the Ravens 30.
Uh-oh.
Tim's frozen.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I do want to say one thing while Tim is frozen. We'll get it back. Did you see that game on Sunday night? It was just so entertaining that Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson they just had put on a show, and Mahomes was just terrific, but Lamar Jackson was just a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree. It was a great game and a great showing of the game too.
Yeah. So I think we made a pick there. We'll see if Tim comes back, but we all had the Ravens winning the game. So I have the score. I have the games on the schedule. So it is in fact a Gus Johnson, Aqib Talib, Megan Olive special, the NFL on Fox. John Talley, the Arizona Cardinals, they're on the road. They're favored by 7, taking on America's team, Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Talley, take your pick.
This one I think is going to be a lot closer than most people think. I don't use these words very often, but I'm going to upset special here. I think this is going to be the game where Trevor Lawrence gets his first win of the season. Let him do it on his own turf. Give me a score of 28-27, a single point.
Wow. And Adam, take your pick.
Oh, man. And who is it again?
It's the Cardinals and the Jaguars. The game is in Jacksonville, Arizona, favored by 7.
Oh. I'm picking Arizona. By a score of... Ooh, that's a tough one. 34-31.
All right, Andrew. Cardinals, Jaguars.
I see this one. Jaguars are. I don't think they're doing well so far this season. I hate to admit this here, but I see the Cardinals actually destroying the Jaguars, 21-0.
Yeah, Natalie, what are you doing picking the Jaguars when Kyler Murray is on one of your fantasy teams? What kind of universe are you living in? I mean, Arizona has been excellent. The reason they're 2-0, their offense has been playing at a high level. Kyler Murray is an absolute
battle the quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks are going to get 3 or 4 touchdowns.
So, have you seen the rosters? Have you seen the players? The Jaguars don't have many players around Trevor Lawrence. The Cardinals do. A.J. Green, DeAndre Hopkins, and Kyler Murray and that offensive line. I just don't know what you're thinking, the tally. So, I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals to win, and I'll take the Arizona Cardinals to cover. So Tal, while your mic was frozen, we made our picks for the Cardinals and Jaguars game. Natalie is picking Jacksonville in an upset. The rest of us are taking Arizona. Who are you taking?
Jacksonville in an upset?
Yeah, that's what Natalie said. The rest of us picked Arizona.
Yeah, this is a gut feeling I have. I think both quarterbacks are going to go off.
Jacksonville with the upset special.
Yeah. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence's best game.
Look at that line again.
Yeah, it said Arizona is favored by a touchdown.
Red. Arizona's favored by a touchdown. I'm afraid Trevor Lawrence is probably going to get roughed up again. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put my score here. Let's go 27-17, give it to Arizona. And by the way, the Arizona Cardinals are my lock of the week.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Well, let's see what happens. I have the track record with solo picks, so let's see.
Well, we'll see how that goes. Sorry about that. Had a little kitchen problems on my end. It seemed like all y'all seem to be just fine. So now that we're back in business here, let's go to a very tasty matchup. The two best teams in the AFC South, the Colts, are headed to Tennessee and take on the Titans. And the Titans are picked by 5.5. So, Lynn, go ahead.
Yeah, I am a little disappointed in myself with thinking the Colts were going to be good this year. And Carson Wentz sprained both of his ankles in the loss to the Rams. And I really don't want to do this, but Tennessee has been playing at an excellent, at a pretty high level last week, which they desperately needed to do. And the fact that they were able to come from behind and win on the road against Russell Wilson and the Seahawks and the 12th man in Seattle, I think that speaks volumes to Mike Vrabel. And I was dead wrong on Tennessee missing the playoffs preseason. And right now, they look like the only playoff-worthy team that's going to come out of that division. So, I think Derrick Henry's going to carve up Indianapolis' defense, and I think Tannehill's going to throw 250 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, and I'll take the Titans to win this game 30-20.
All right, Andrew, what do you say about this one?
Who's the quarterback right now for the Colts?
I think it's I think Jacob Eason is the backup.
All right. 5.5 points. Yeah. I see this one really, really close here. Give me Titans 2014.
Alright, Natalie.
Yeah. This one's going to be a close one. I kind of see a slugfest back and forth between the offense. And I think it's going to come... I'm actually going to go as far as this game getting to overtime. Yeah, I see this one could be an overtime game. Give me the Titans 33-30 in OT.
Wow, Adam, what do you say?
I have to agree with John. I'm going to say the same score, but the opposite team.
Oh, the Colts.
Ooh.
Wrong with the Colts. Oh boy. Well, seems to me that Adam's going to be the lone wolf in this matchup because I've got the Titans winning this one. A score of 27-17.
And before you say our next, I can't speak. Before we say our next two.
He has mic issues.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Loud and clear, Adam.
All right, my lock of the team of the week is Kansas City.
We're not there yet.
Okay, I thought we were. My bad.
No.
Well, according to my list, we are now. We are going to. Oh, this is. Now, this is probably going to be one of the best matchups this week. Because Los Angeles Chargers, they're still a good team, even though they got beat by the Cowboys last week. You got the Los Angeles Chargers going to Arrowhead to take on those Chiefs who had that awesome game against the Ravens. And Kansas City is at home, and they're 6.5-point favorites. So, Flynn, could this be a real good one?
I mean, Adam was alluding before that he was had this game as the lock of the week. So why do you think that, Adam, this is you're going to be the your lock of the week?
Because I think their offenses are really good this year, and Patrick Mahomes is doing excellent this year. For a second, is it his third year with them?
So who, Mahomes?
Yeah.
Fourth.
All right. I think he's doing excellent because he's the youngest MVP I've ever seen play or win the Super Bowl with Kansas City. But I'm really sticking with Kansas City no matter what.
You think you can get us to score?
Do you want me to give you the score right now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
27-35. No, sorry.
30.
No, 27-44.
So 44-27 Kansas City over the Chargers.
Wow, okay. So, so the guy Adam, he's locking up the Chiefs with us one. Let's go back to Flynn.
Yeah, and what's nice about this game is that it's going to be Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson calling the game on CBS. But if you watch the game, Adam, on Sunday night, Kansas City had so many problems on defense against Baltimore. They had problems running the football. They had problems containing Lamar Jackson. And I think this game is going to be a lot closer than people think. As Kansas City being favored by 6.5 in a division game when both teams have playoff aspirations, I think that's a little too much. So, I think the Chargers are going to respond well after last week with Justin Herbert and that offense. We still need to see some more of the numbers from the Chargers because they've averaged 18.5 points a game their first couple of weeks. I do think they're gonna go above that in this game. I just think in terms of when picking the outright winner, you just can't pick against Patrick Mahomes. So I think Kansas City. I'm still on the record for having Kansas City represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, but I think it's gonna be a closer game. I'll take the Chiefs to win 31-27.
All right, Andrew.
Well, I agree with him, but I'm going to make it even closer. I see this one going into overtime. Give the Chiefs 31-28 in overtime.
Oh, overtime.
Wow. All right, Natalie, what you got?
I don't know, yeah. I mean, I do have the Chiefs winning as well, but my scoring prediction is going to be a little obscure here. A score that you don't really see too often in games. 37-29.
29?
Something kind of obscure.
I love field goals.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to see a 2-point conversion here and there, a botched extra point attempt, maybe even a safety.
How about you, Tim? What do you think of this one?
Well, I say this is going to be a very good game, but in the end, I'm going to give it to the Chiefs, but in a close game, I see a late field goal. And I see the Chiefs win this one by a score of 30-27.
All right.
So now as we go on here down the reminders here, we got the New England Patriots. They are at home against New Orleans Saints, and the Patriots are a 3-point favorite. So Flynn, what do you see here?
This game was the second toughest game of the week for me to pick, and the thing that makes this so tough is what Saints team are we going to get? Are we going to get the Saints team that dismantled the Packers 38-3 in Week 1, or are we going to get the team that was dismantled by a young defense led by Phil Snow in Carolina on this past Sunday? So that's the thing I'm trying to decipher here. So, but and yes, you saw the Patriots respond back in earnest on Sunday, and they really dominated both of those games that they've played so far. The week 1 loss to Miami was absolutely inexcusable and indefensible. That they gave the game away. So, but they were dominant against the Jets, and Mac Jones was able to move the ball methodically up and down the field, especially in the second quarter to set the stage for a pulverizing second half. But I'm going to take the Patriots to win this game. I would not touch it in survival pools. I certainly would not touch it. But I'll take the Patriots because I think they have the better defense and they have the better offensive line. So I'll take the Patriots to win this game 23-17.
Right. So Andrew, what do you say?
This one's a really tough one. Toss up here. Both teams, I think they need something here. It's so close here. I'm looking at yet another overtime.
Oh my goodness!
But this one, I see. I see the Saints tying the game with less than 10 seconds. Fourth quarter, it's going to tie at 28, and then I see the Saints scoring field goal, but I also see the Patriots score touchdowns. So give me the Patriots 34-31 in overtime.
Wow, another overtime game predicted by Mr. St. Clair. Natalie, what do you?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go in the opposite direction here. Paul Kamara needs to have a bounce back game. He played the last time. He got like, what was it, 8 yards on just 8 yards rushing. That was it. So he's definitely due for a bounce back game. He's going to get a couple touchdowns, which is going to lead to the Saints' victory, 24-21.
24-21, so the tally is actually going with the Saints on this one. All right, Adam.
Now, you said what two offense we're going to see from New Orleans, right, Phil?
Yeah, I mean that's what I said the premise, which is why I thought this was the second toughest game of the week to pick.
But now, here's a question: where's Drew Brees in all in this?
I don't know. Maybe Drew Brees could actually come back and give some leadership.
True, but I'm gonna say New England. That's my home team. Final score: 28-21.
Nice. I'm going to go ahead and take the Patriots on this one because, like Flynn said, what Saints team we were going to see. One was so bad, then they were so good. Don't know what we're going to see. I got the Patriots winning this one by a close one. I got Patriots winning this one 27-24. And now we go to one of the toilet bowl games for this week.
Hey,
Tim.
I thought this
guys,
was a friendly.
I just call it as I see it.
Tim, I thought this was a friendly show.
Yeah, this is a family show. I mean, this. We got the Atlanta Falcons.
You don't see Tim using curse words here. That he called this the toilet bowl game for a reason.
I know. But I respect. No matter what, I respect Tim's wishes.
Yep, that's what we gotta do. Okay, what do I put it? Oh yeah. Yeah, if I want to send one message to anyone doing some kind of a show like this, just hashtag stay classy.
Okay, Ron Burke.
That's all you gotta do.
Oh, I already wrote something.
Yeah, stay classy. That's all you gotta do. Anyway,
Also,
getting to this. Yes.
Classy San Diego.
What do you say about San Diego? We already talked about San Diego.
No, I said. Try to say it's from the movie from Ron Burgundy.
Oh, Ron Burgundy. Oh, the Anchorman. Never saw that one. Anyway, we got the Atlanta Braves.
Falcons, get it right.
Yes, it's the Falcons. Why? I'm the Braves because they play a lot better than the
Hey, I'm
Falcons.
the Atlanta. Call them the Falcons, will ya?
I thought we called them the Thrashers.
Well, it used to be
that is
the
the awesome
Thrashers. It's the Atlanta Falcons going to New York to take on the Giants. And I believe the Giants will pick by 3 in this one, so let's go with the better team, Glenn. Who you got?
Yeah, this is actually the only matchup between two winless teams this week, and both teams are desperate for a win. But I just don't know how I'm going. I'm literally going to flip out if the Giants don't win on Sunday, right? Because this is a Falcons team that has zero defense, that they have zero talent on defense. They had a lot of problems stopping Jalen Hurts while Jalen Hurts looked like a pedestrian quarterback last week against the 49ers, and they make Tom Brady look young while throwing 5 touchdowns against them. So, and the Giants last week, yes, they did that. They deserved to lose that game, but they got robbed on that phantom offsides call on Dexter Lawrence. And I think the extended rest is going to benefit the Giants in this one because they know their players. Daniel Jones actually played a ridiculously good game on Thursday night. He was running the football with authority, and in the second half. And the defense wasn't particularly great, but we need the Giants to win this game, and I have this game going into overtime. But I think the Giants take the opening kickoff in overtime, drive it down 75 yards for a touchdown, and they win this game in overtime, 34-28.
Wow, all these overtime. Andrew, what do you got?
Well, I agree with Flynn here that Atlanta does stink here, but I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be not that good. Here. The last pick here before I call it a night here, and I hear it at the time. Give me the Giants 20-10.
All right, Natalie.
Yeah. This one's going to be a close one, but yeah, so far what amazes me is I think right now, as of the day of this recording, Daniel Jones right now is the top 5 quarterback, surprisingly. He's actually having a pretty decent year to start. But one thing that the Giants aren't doing right now is they got to give their rookie a fair shot. I don't know why they haven't used Kadarius Toney yet.
They're not using Kadarius Toney because Joe Judge ain't happy with him.
Yeah, I mean, so far he's got negative yards, but that wasn't his fault. All he did was Daniel Jones just threw it sideways. But hopefully he'll be used at some point because he could be their difference maker. But I wouldn't call it a bust yet, but we have to see. But as far as this game goes, I think it's just going to be a very low score. Both offenses are going to struggle. It's just going to come down to defense, really. Give me a very modest, low-scoring game of 17-10. Giants.
Okay, I think Adam had to go.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, I meant to say Andrew. All right, Adam, who you got in this one?
Who's the favorite to win?
Yeah, the Giants are favored by 3 points.
Let's go Giants. Because they need to win this game. I'm going to say Giants by the score of 24-21 overtime.
Wow, another overtime. Well, I really had to scratch my head on this one. Trying to figure out this thing, but I know there's 2 guys I see here who are going to think I've just flipped my lid. Actually, I think all of y'all are going to think I flipped my lid. I don't know why, I just have this gut feeling, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm shooting for upset special. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons to take down the New York Giants in a close game, 27-24. The Falcons are my upset special, even though they still ain't shit.
Well, it's not as crazy not as crazy as mine.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that one. Maybe it's this one here. We got Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, a big AFC North Division matchup. And we got the Bengals. Okay, where's it? The Steelers are picked by 3.5. Flynn, who you see?
Yeah, this one is I think it's gonna be a good game, and I saw a lot of things from Cincinnati that I was encouraged by the last couple of weeks. Yes, they were down big earlier in this past weekend's game against Chicago. So, but they didn't quit at all whatsoever. That they came back and made it a field goal game, and there was that, and they played better in the second half and than the first half. And do you know what? I'm going to pick the team with the better quarterback, the better offensive line, and the better wide receivers. I'm going to take Cincinnati to win this game outright. They'll win this game 24-21 over the Steelers.
Ooh, okay. They got Cincinnati over the Steelers. Natalie, how do you see this one?
Yeah, I kind of see this as a close game. It could go either way. So far, both rookies on each team have been pretty impressive so far. Najee Harris, he's off to a good start. Jamar Chase, he's off to a good start on the other side. And it's pretty much all going to come down to who gets that ball last. And I see Pittsburgh receiving the ball last. They're going to score a game-winning touchdown with about a minute left in the game. So give me Pittsburgh 27-20.
So who you got? 27-20? Who?
Pittsburgh.
Okay. So Adam, who you got in this one?
PIT, Pittsburgh. By a score of 28-21.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and take the Steelers here, and I actually see a double up in this one. I see the Pittsburgh Steelers taking this one 28-14. So now that we finally taken care of the 1 o'clock Eastern games, let's go to the late games, starting in Denver, where the Broncos are going to be at home. They got those Jets. And holy cow, Flynn, Denver is 10.5-point favorites. Wow.
Yeah, and I'm laying the 10.5. That's how deficient the Jets are on the roster. The entire offense stunk on Sunday. Well, part of it had to do with Belichick, but the Jets really don't have any players. If Braxton Berrios is the answer, I'd love to know the question. Broncos 23, Jets 7. Over to you, Natalie.
Yeah, pretty much. The Jets have nothing going for them right now, and the Broncos are improving. And I'm actually going to go kind of crazy on this. Once in a blue moon, I use this word. I'm going to use this word again. This is going to be a scoregami game. Give me the Jets 22. No, sorry, the Broncos 22, the Jets 11. Scoregami.
Uh-huh.
And for those who don't know, a scoregami is a score that's never happened in the NFL before.
Interesting. Kind of like that. Kind of like when the Chargers and Cowboys went to halftime.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Adam.
I'm going to say this is going to be a first time ever that Denver or the Jets went to overtime, and I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say 28 all, final score, no overtime.
Oh, you want a tie? Wait, you're going to tie?
I want a tie.
Well, I mean, there is an overtime though when it gets to there. So I think the whole overtime will be played.
Sure. Let's pick the Denver Broncos by a field goal.
Okay, and 31-28 is Denver then in overtime.
31-28 in overtime. Denver takes this one. Wow, all these overtime predictions. I don't think I've seen this many in I don't know how long, but I've got Denver winning this one pretty easily. I got them winning 21-10. And now, a game that was interesting until one of the starting quarterbacks got hurt. Don't know what his status is for now. It's the Miami Dolphins on the Las Vegas. The rest of this game will be in Vegas. And Vegas is picked about 3.5. So, Lynn, any word on Tua time?
I think this is going to be a fun game, and the Raiders are off to a really good start, but I think that they're going to run into some traps here early on, particularly with the defense. Now the blowout loss wasn't entirely the offense's fault, because because Tua wasn't able to play because of his ribs issues, and the Bills made a lot of plays on defense. So I think this game is going to be close. Now, I did not expect the Raiders to start 2-0, and that's a credit to Derek Carr, and that's a credit to that defense. But I'm gonna take the point here. I don't trust the Raiders when it comes to dealing with prosperity. That's what happened. That was their downfall each of the last 2 years, their inability to handle strong starts. But I do think they'll wind up winning 27-24 because of the improved defense. But I'd certainly take the Raiders 2-0 start with a grain of salt.
All right. Before we get to the tally, Flynn, have we heard anything about Tua?
I would still have to imagine that he's on track to start, but it's not particularly a guarantee.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, it is still Tuesday, so I guess anything can happen between now and then. Okay, Natalie, who you got here?
Yeah, this one's going to be a close one. I mean, I think it's really going to depend on like the health of Tua if he plays. But even if he doesn't, my gut tells me I think the Dolphins are going to win this one. I think the Dolphins rookie Jalen Waddle, he's going to be the difference maker. He's going to get the game-winning touchdown, 27-20.
All right, Adam.
All right. We all know last week the Raiders, actually the Dolphins lost by big time to Buffalo. And I'm going to pick Raiders by a score of 41-3.
Wow. I'm not sure how to respond to that. The only thing I can say is that I think this game will be a lot closer than that. But I see a one-score win. I'm going to give it to the Raiders. Give it to them with a score of 27-20. And I didn't even see the Raiders going 2-0 at this time. So good work with Harden and all those guys. Some people think this one as a potential NFC Championship game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. This game, earlier today, was basically a pick-em. But as of a couple of hours ago, Tampa has a slight 1-point advantage. So, Flynn, what do you got?
Yeah, this game was the toughest game of the week for me to pick. Because, first of all, this is the only matchup between unbeaten teams in the National Football League this weekend. Yeah, and I think this matchup is emblematic of the cities of Tampa and LA as title towns, because the LA has the Lakers who won a championship, and the Dodgers have won a championship in the last 12 months, while in Tampa the Rays went to the World Series and are on the inside track of going to another one, while the Buccaneers have won a championship, while the Tampa Bay Lightning have won back-to-back Stanley Cups. But I think it comes to this game. Both these teams, I think you can argue these are two of the best rosters in the NFL when it's all said and done. But but this was the catch for me to pick this game. And I love the vibe that's been going on with the Rams. I just can't pick against Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers, I think I think they have the better coach, the better quarterback. Matthew Stafford is a significant upgrade for the Rams. But I think in this game, it just comes down to the better quarterback and the most impactful player. So I'll take the Buccaneers to win this game 27-24.
Natalie.
Yeah, I think this matchup is basically going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be both offenses are going to go out. Earlier I said that basically the Falcons and the Giants was my lowest combined score. This matchup, Bucs and Rams, is going to be my highest combined point total. It's going to be over 70 points combined between these two teams. But in the end, it's going to be Tampa on a game-winning field goal, 39-36.
Interesting, Adam.
Very interesting indeed. Can you come back to me on that one? Hold on. I said, can you come back to me on that one, Tim?
Oh, you need a little bit more time to think of this one.
Yeah.
I can see why it was a very tough game to call with two great teams, probably two of the best teams in the NFC. I'll go ahead and make my prediction here. I think it's going to go back and forth. It's going to be a slugfest, and when it's all said and done, it'll be a late field goal by the Buccaneers. And Tampa Bay will get out of Los Angeles with a 35-33 victory.
Okay. So we all know that we had Tampa Bay Rays and the Los Angeles Dodgers was at the World Series this year, right?
Yeah, the most recent one, yeah. It was between those two teams.
And we also had Miami. Was it Miami?
No, Miami wasn't in the chip. I mean, Miami lost. The Heat lost in the NBA Finals last year to the Lakers.
And we have Tampa Bay as two-time Stanley Cup back-to-back, right?
Yeah, back-to-back.
This is a hard one to choose. For me, this is really hard. I'm going to say Tampa Bay by a score of 48-44.
Wow.
Oh, he's going to bloodbath too.
Real big. He predicts a really, really big score here. So.
And I think that Tom Brady's going to throw 5 TDs, and the defense is going to sack the quarterback about 4.
I think that'll probably be. I can see that being a high-scoring game too. We go now to Minnesota, where the Vikings are going to be playing host to Seattle Seahawks. I believe the Seahawks are going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder. Seahawks are 2.5-point favorites going into Minnesota. So, Glenn, how do you see this one?
Yeah, I like the Vikings in this game. I think Minnesota's gonna be playing more desperate. I think the Vikings are better than their record indicates. I think they're gonna be in the discussion in the playoffs toward the end of the season. And I think their road back to relevance begins with the game against the Seattle team that just blew a double-digit lead at home for the first time in ages in Seattle. And that was not a game you wanted to lose if you were Pete Carroll and the Seahawks at Lumen Field. So, but the Vikings went toe-to-toe with Arizona, and had it not been for that missed field goal as time expired, they would have come out with a sensational win against Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals on late Sunday afternoon. So, but I think they're going to rebound here. I think they're going to pick up their first win. I have them winning this game 32-29.
All right. So, Natalia, who you got?
Yeah, this one was one of the tougher ones for me to decide. And it's really hard to pick against Russell Wilson here. But the Vikings have good options too. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, they're off to some pretty decent starts. But right now, you gotta look at Tyler Lockett. He's hot. I think he's unstoppable right now. He's going to be the difference maker here. Give me the Seahawks, 27-23.
Yeah, I had to draft DK Metcalf because somebody already drafted Tyler Lockett. And now I can see why. So, Adam, who you got?
I got the same score as John, but in overtime.
Another overtime, wow.
What's up with all this overtime? I don't think there's only even be one overtime game this week. I don't think so. They don't even be
Oh,
one.
and Tim? Hey, Tim?
What's up?
I was going to say one more thing. Thank you for letting me be a part of your podcast and let me be a part of your NFL fantasy drafts.
Hey, no problem. No problem at all. So,
And I'm glad I made new friends like Flynn and John.
all right. Now, so let's get to my score here. Like I said, Seattle's going to have a chip on their shoulder after suffering that late loss last week. I say they'll come into Minnesota and beat them by a score of 30-24. Now we go to the Sunday night game. Got the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers over at the Golden Gate. And the 49ers are at home and they're picked 3.5. So, Glenn, do we see another big win for that bad man?
I don't. Because you have a short week on Sunday night against the Kyle Shanahan team, and when the 49ers are anything close to being healthy, trips to Santa Clara never end well for Aaron Rodgers. That the last time the Packers faced a healthy 49ers team in Santa Clara, it was the NFC Championship game. The 49ers just overwhelmed the Green Bay Packers in every facet. So I think though the 49ers played a complimentary brand of football. Taking advantage of mistakes by Philadelphia, and then pouncing on those opportunities and converting them into touchdowns. So that's exactly what happened in the end of in the last 6 minutes of the first half. And I'll get to that game, get to last week's game in the next game I'm going to talk about. But I just think the better coach, better defense. I'll take the 49ers. They'll win this game 30-24, and I'll lay the 3.5 points. Although I wouldn't touch this game in a survivor pool.
Right. Metallic.
Yeah, this one could kind of go either way, but right now, as hard as it is to pick against the experienced quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, I don't think they're going to do it this time because, like Flynn said, they're coming off just a few days of rest, so the 49ers have the fresher legs right now, which is going to give them the edge. So 49ers 28, Green Bay 26.
All right, Adam, who you got?
This is a tough one because both of them are good quarterbacks in their division. And I'm going to say 49ers by a score of 34-30.
All right. Well, for some reason, I see this one very, very, very close. In fact, this is not going to be a one-score game. I believe it'll be end up as a one-point game. I see the 49ers just nipping that bad man by a score of 27-26.
Yep, and now I think it would be appropriate if I introduce the last game, because it's the game Tim McClellan is going to be that. And where are your seats, by the way, for the next game that we're going to pick?
Just about behind one of the goalposts.
Behind one of the goalposts. I mean, I pretty much gotta figure out which goalpost it's going to be.
Yeah.
So
It's-
either way,
yeah,
y'all might be able to see me.
But potentially on field goal attempts or extra point attempts. But anyway, it is in fact a Steve Levy, Brian Greasy, Lewis Riddick, Lisa Salters, Timothy McClellan special, NFL on ESPN. Tim, your Dallas Cowboys. They're finally home in front of 100,000 fans, including yourself. The Cowboys are favored by 4, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's right. Those filthy Philadelphia chickens are
Yeah,
coming into town.
Yep. So who are you picking?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot first, huh?
Yep. You're going to the game.
That's right. That's right. I am going to the game. It was great to see the Cowboys get that victory this past Sunday night against the Chargers, even though I'm still befuddled, as many Cowboys fans are, with that time management, or in this case, time mismanagement, late in the fourth quarter. I would have thought they were going to try to maybe pull off one more play to kind of get closer in field goal range for Greg the Leg. Somehow they just didn't do it, just ended up taking a timeout. But thankfully, Greg the Leg did his duty. As the clock expired, the Cowboys got that victory. And that was probably the one scenario that all the experts predicted. The Cowboys would lose to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, but they could probably win at Los Angeles. I actually thought that the Cowboys would go home 0-2 before their home opener. But I'm glad I was wrong about that. Now this game, Jalen Hurts, he's a pretty okay quarterback. He just not everything going right. I mean, just not clicking. I mean, Philadelphia's got the talent, but it's just not clicking. On the other side, the Cowboys still have a couple of hurt guys. One guy still on suspension. But I'm telling you, if you want to know who my X Factor is going to be, it's going to be our top draft pick, Micah Parsons. I will say in these first 2 games, Micah Parsons have stepped up a little bit each time in these last couple of games. I mean, this kid's going to be somebody. And hopefully, when DeMarcus Lawrence comes off his injury, hopefully Randy Gregory will be cleared to play again. It's going to be pretty nice. They got Amari Cooper. They got Amari Cooper. Got CD Lamb. CD Lamb. Last year he had a great rookie season. I said it's just only going to get better, and he's already getting better right now. I'm starting to think that Tony Pollard will probably end the season with more rushing yards than Ezekiel Elliott. I know it sounds crazy, but that's my opinion here. I gotta go with my Cowboys. I think I don't know if it's going to be that big of a game, but I think Dak's going to have another great game. I'm going to say give me the Dallas Cowboys by a score of 31-27. How about them Cowboys? Die, chickens, die.
Die, chickens, die. On the road to defeat.
All right, everybody, Flynn, go ahead.
You did mention Micah Parsons, and the only player in the NFL to have 3 or more quarterback hits and 1 sack in the NFL last week number 2 was Micah Parsons, and it really did. The Marcus Lawrence injury did not factor into my decision. I told you the Cowboys were going to beat the Chargers on the road. And you know why, Tim? For the first time in who knows how long, the Cowboys have toughness. They were mentally tough on defense. There was some wayward situations that went against them. But it didn't matter. So that the Cowboys players they beat logic, and I agreed with the decision in real time to have Greg Zuerlein come in and kick the field goal from 56 yards because he hit from that distance with flying colors before. And the injuries were an issue, and that's a really big deal when you look at it for the Dallas Cowboys. And if you've been listening to the podcast this whole summer, I said watch out for the Cowboys, and sure enough, that they beat a team, a quality like team in the Chargers. So, but I did want to mention something about the Philadelphia Eagles. Nick Sirianni is not the answer for the Philadelphia Eagles. So how about this? The Eagles are up 3-0 in the second quarter. Then Jalen Hurts throws this beauty of a pass to Quinn Watkins for 91 yards from his own 3-yard line to set up 1st and goal from the San Francisco 6-yard line. A false start puts them back 5 yards. And then they were unable to convert on 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. And then subsequently, San Francisco marched down the field 97 yards for it to score a touchdown before the end of the first half. There was no way, watching the ebb and flow of the game, that Philadelphia was going to win that game after that. And also, to add insult to injury, Philadelphia's most reliable defensive player over the last decade, Brandon Graham, ruptured his Achilles on Sunday afternoon. That underscores a devastating loss for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Eagles defense got so much weaker without Brandon Graham on there. Yes, they still have Javon Hargrave, they still have Fletcher Cox. But Brandon Graham is the glue is the glue that keeps the Eagles defense together. Now he won't be available, and I think the team with the better coach, better quarterback, and the better defense is going to win the game. I'm going to take the Cowboys. They'll win this game by double digits. They'll win this game 31-17.
All right, Natalie.
Yeah, this one's going to be a very interesting one. The battle of division rivals. Fans from both teams are going to be in the attendance. Definitely going to be a sellout. I think the first quarter is going to start off a little slow, but the second quarter and especially the second half, that's where it's going to be exciting. Now, here you go, Tim. You might like this or you might hate this. So, here's the scenario. There's 5 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, God.
Come on.
Oh, my God, Natalie.
5 seconds left on the clock. The score is 24-24. Cowboys are going for the win. 5 seconds left. Greg Zuerlein, the field goal is good. Cowboys win 27-24.
Another last-second win thanks to Greg Zuerlein.
You're gonna see that.
All right, Adam, what do you think you're going to see?
I love the Cowboys very much because if I don't like the Cowboys, Tim's gonna kill me.
Hey, you are entitled to your opinion, even though I may not agree with it or something. I'll just have to respect your opinion. So just say
Okay.
whatever you want.
I got one word to say to those Eagles. We had to pluck your bird and cook you up. Let's go, Cowboys! Final score 28-24. No,
Are you
no,
sure? Are you sure? What?
no. 28-31.
So it's
Cowboys
actually
win
Cowboys
31-28.
31-28 Cowboys. Are you sure you don't want to go to overtime on this one?
I'm sure.
All right. Alright, well, yep. I guess that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna have a wonderful time. I am one of the many people who never got to see the Cowboys play at the old Texas Stadium. I'm sure everybody remembers that place, the place with hole in the roof. But of course, now there's AT&T Stadium, so I'll be there Monday night to watch my boys play. So,
Yeah, send, post some pics.
Hey, Tim,
yeah, what's up?
before you go, can you make a giant sign like an ESPN thing? Said, "Hi guys, I'm here."
I'm gonna see what can be arranged. I mean, I'm really not an artist, or don't make signs. I have to talk to someone who could maybe make a sign like that or something. I don't want anything too fancy. I was thinking of maybe doing a sign saying, "Hi, Mom, I'm on ESPN. Go Cowboys."
That'd be
But
cool.
I gotta give some love to my mother. My
Yeah.
mother, God bless her, she'll be watching the game too, along with my stepfather. Hopefully they'll be seeing their son. They'll be seeing their son out in there amongst that huge crowd at AT&T Stadium. So
Maybe you'll get on the jumbotron.
Yeah, we definitely have to figure out a sign. This way we can all see you when someone's kicking an extra point or something like that, or
yeah, either an extra point or a field goal, or something like that, or if well, I don't know, but I guess they said, I guess according to you guys, I should wear the old school hat with the Amari Cooper jersey.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I went in the other direction. I went with the classic jersey and the black hat.
The classic jersey and
I went for the one that you're holding with your right hand with the logo. That's the one I went with.
Okay, well, I got a few other friends I gotta talk to, see what they say about this. But anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and close up shop for week 3 here on the Fantasy Football Fever show. Thanks to our good friend Andrew St. Clair. Of course, he had to go to bed early, but he said he'll give me the rest of his picks tomorrow. So y'all remember to be sure to listen to John Flynn for Hooked on Sports. As you know, he's got 2 podcasts during the NFL season. And listen to him on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you listen to podcasts, look up Hooked on Sports with John Flynn, and you're going to get some good stuff. Flynn, pleasure to have you here.
Yes, thank you for having me, Tim.
Our commissioner, John Natale, as always a pleasure.
Oh, absolutely.
And Adam Goodwin, my new buddy. Take care, my friend.
Oh, before we go, can I say where people they can find me?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Twitch.com/Juggalo17BX. I'll be playing Jackbox games and game show games.
Okay. Go ahead with that. That's twitch.com/Juggalo
17
17BX.
BX.
J017 BX. Oh, wait a minute. We have a last second fantasy question here.
Ooh,
go
this
ahead
is
now.
interesting.
Yeah, this is from one
Hold
of
on,
our
let me
viewers
see
on
this.
one of our viewers on Twitch. Has a question like, help, should I start Robbie Anderson versus the Texans or Chase Evans versus the Jag? I think he's looking for like a flex position to
Ooh.
fill. So
That's a tough one.
Yeah, Robbie Anderson. Definitely Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, my gut says Robbie Anderson as well.
Save.
okay,
And that was a really good question, by the way.
from Mama's Boy, thank you for watching and help spread the word about the show. And I guess with that, we will go ahead and close up shop. Well, of course, I'll be the last one to leave, so I'll be sure to turn out the lights and lock the doors on this one. So, on behalf of my good friends, John Flynn, John Natale, Adam Goodwin, Andrew St. Clair, and our beloved technical director, Irene Namer, once again, happy birthday, Irene. Hope it was a good day for you. My name is Tim McClellan. Enjoy the games, everybody. I know I'll be enjoying my game this night at AT&T Stadium. Y'all watch the ESPN because y'all just might see me. So till next time, as always, God bless you. Be a good sport. See ya.
Bye.
15 seconds to air. Stand by, all cameras.
Ready with slow motion and isolated cameras.
Stand by, videotape, and rotate.
And tape is rolling in less than 5, in 3, 2, 1.
Take tape.
That was actually fun.